Is that better? I will find out in a moment. Let me see. I haven't done this for a while. Just going to load on my laptop. But I think I've gone all horizontal. Is anybody there? I'm not playing. Well, it's embarrassing. I must have forgotten how to do it. I've got 3 people. Somebody say something. Can you see me, Ellen?
Loading.
No, it's not loading on my laptop, so I don't know if I'm live on. I don't know if I'm live or not.
You're vertical.
Am I?
Is it always like this?
No, I've turned it around. What happens when I go like this?
Hold on.
How am I now?
Like this.
I don't want to be like that, do I? So I'll go back like that. There we go. I'm here. Who is there? Anybody? It's been a while. Really advertise it. If there's no one there, I can accept that. Can you hear me, Ellen? Sound? Yeah. Okay. My laptop says 1 watching. My
And that's me.
computer says 2. There you go. That's not. I've got 4 people watching. 4 people. Who's there? Who has joined us tonight? Five people. 5 very quiet people. I don't know why I've had to go horizontal or vertical even. Jim is there, Jim, and you have the crown. James, how are you? You've always been a king to me. What's life on Luzon like? And Andrew is with us. Hi, Simon. How are you, mate? I'm all good, mate. How are you, Andrew? Is more to the point. There we go. I can't get used to being sat up like this. Usually I'm the other way around. I've come over to the table. I'm not on the couch today because we have a house full of people and animals. And I just got out of the shower. My hair looks a mess. I hope this dye has worked. Why are you, what? Ellen's doing her best to distract me by having a conversation with Kayla. I've got 44 people watching now. That can't be right, can it? Say 44 in the top. There you go. We've hit the big time. Andrew, watch how quickly I lose these 44 people. I'm very good at losing viewers. Andrew G, still breathing, so can't complain. That is the way I look at it, mate. I often say I could complain, but who would listen? And the answer is nobody. That's pretty much why I started the YouTube channel, so I could moan, I could whinge, and some people might listen, because I tell you now, nobody in this house listens. Nobody in this house cares. Well, I think the puppy cares, but I'm glad to hear you're still okay, mate. So who else do we have? There you go. I've gone from 44 to 26. I thought I'd lose people quickly. I don't know. I should be juggling or dancing or doing something like that. We'll get back down to the normal 10 soon. So Jim is here. Andrew is here. Are any of the other regulars here? It's been, I think, 6 weeks since I've done a live. So I wouldn't blame people if they found better things to do with their Wednesday nights. As soon as I do, I'll be off the channel. Andrew, how are the fur babies going? They're going all right. I don't know where the kitten is. The puppy's over here. I might pick him up later, put him in front of the camera, but he's sleepy at the moment, which is a blessing. Hard work, the dog is. The dog is hard work. The cat is good as gold, but the dog is hard work at times. But he has been okay the last couple of days. He seems to have calmed down a little bit. Probably the rabies is kicking in now. It's only Andrew who's talking to me. Say something, Jim. How's Nora? I wonder who else is going to join us tonight. I was happy when people started watching the channel again. I thought I might have lost everybody when I took my sabbatical. I'm starting to wonder with the live. I've been off for so long. Jim has put Nora. What did I say? I said Nora, didn't I? What did I say? Kevin Adventure Phillips, good morning, mate. New Mexico, USA here, 5 a.m. I've got to go to bed soon. Have a beautiful day. Cheers, mate. Good night, I will say to you. Been in New Mexico a couple of times, driven through it. I liked it. Didn't see much of it. My biggest regret is I hadn't watched Breaking Bad before I had gone to New Mexico. Because if I had, I could have looked for, done some of the tours or whatever and gone around and seen where they filmed it. But there you go. Well, thanks for popping in anyway, even if it's short and sweet. But what I'd do today is I would come to the table and I would do it here. And that would mean that Ellen and Kayla could do her things, you know, around the house. But for some reason, they have congregated on the table and they're eating food and having a conversation. That's how it goes in the Philippines. Very distracting, but I won't complain. And now they're eating ice creams. It's end of time. Good evening, Simon. Missed your channel. Why the break? We adopted some pets. We rescued a kitten and we rescued a puppy, and it was very, very time consuming. Took a lot of work, and I'd run out of things to say, to be honest. I think I needed a break. I needed to rejuvenate myself, reignite my interest in YouTube, really. But thanks for coming back. It's nice of you to join us. Jim Pendergast. Nora's good looking after our 3 Newcastle puppies. 3 Newcastle puppies? You have Geordie puppies? What in the wide, wide world of sport is a Newcastle puppy? Is that a dog breed? A pedigree? Jim Pendergast, should be new. Nora's good looking after our new puppies, not Newcastle. You've got 3 new puppies. There you go. You see, there I am complaining about the work involved in one. No, he's saying it should be new puppies. It shouldn't say Newcastle. There's me complaining about the work involved in 1 puppy, and you've got 3. There you go, you see. But I have never made a secret of the fact I'm a very lazy man. I think I will pick Case up now for a second because he's here. Hey, come here. If you watch the video, it was only 6 weeks ago. It is amazing how he has changed. He does not look like the same dog. He looks so old compared to puppies. He's got bags under his eyes. He's got creases under his eyes. He's yeah, he looks like his daddy. But if you watch that video, that was literally, I think it was 2 months ago when I showed him wagging his tail. It does not look like the same dog, dear Case. You do not look like the same dog. Anyway, back down you go. As the vet said the other day, because each time he comes, each time the vet comes, he's changed. The vet came to give him his last jab. Well, his last jab is on the 4th. His 3rd of 4 jabs. And he looked at him and he said he is very stout and he has short legs. Oh, I don't know what to say to that. You're right, it does. It's on time, no problem, mate. I hope you're good. Take care of yourself. Yeah, you too, mate. I hope you're good. I will take care of myself. And Andrew G has made a very kind donation. Thank you very much, Andrew. That's very nice. Very nice of you, mate. Thank you very much. Not necessary, but very much appreciated. Buy an Aussie or Kiwi a beer on Saturday, Anzac Day. Cheers. There you go. That's my excuse. I'll have to go out Saturday now. Ellen, date night is cancelled. I am on a mission. I have to buy an Aussie or a Kiwi a beer on Anzac Day. Didn't know it was Anzac Day on Saturday. There you go. It's not really a British thing, but it should be. It should be. I mean, we're all fighting in the same war. But yeah, I know of Anzac Day. I know it's about Gallipoli and things, but I didn't know what day of the year it was that they celebrated it. Thank you very much, mate. I will do that. You have my word. Jim Pendergast, lovely dog. Well, he's not really Jim, is he? I mean, I love him, but he's not like, you know, I thought he'd be really cute for a lot longer and he'd be like, you know, I don't know, I thought he'd be bigger. I come to the conclusion he's just going to be like a fat little thing. But he's got a good heart. So are you in Australia, or Andrew, or are you in New Zealand? I've forgotten. Tell us a story of your puppies, Jim. Australia? Whereabouts, mate? Tell us a story about your dogs, Jim. I've never been to Australia. Tell you what, I was out the other night. I was amazed to find out because they were talking about visas for Australia. An American guy I know was on about how difficult it was to get a visa. And a Dutch guy I know was on about he'd had trouble getting his visa. And I said, I didn't know you needed to have a visa from the EU. I assume we don't because we're British. Surely we don't need a visa for Australia. And they said, yeah, you do. I said, that can't be right. We've got the same king. I don't think Australians need a visa to come to England. I looked at it and Googled it, and we do need a visa to go to Australia. I find that very strange. Very strange indeed. Has that always been the case, Andrew? Has it changed? Paul Good. Hi, Simon. Where and when is your quiz night? I would like to come. Are you in Dumagetti? Assuming you are, it is every Thursday night. So the next one is tomorrow. It is at, starts at about 7:30. Between 7:30 and 15:15, because sometimes we wait for, you'll always get old so-and-so's on his way or whatever. But if you're there for 7:30, it is at Sideways Sports Bar. Ellen was arguing the other day, it's not a sports bar, it's a resto bar. It's not, it's a sports bar. It says so on the sign, and it is a sports bar. It's on the Jose Romero Road. So if you're going up to Valencia, it is about 100 metres before LP Hyper on your right-hand side. If you're coming down from Valencia, going into Dumagetti, it is on your left-hand side, about 100 metres after LP Hypermarket. It'd be very nice to see you there, mate. If you do, be sure to come over and say hello. There you go. Paul Good's coming. Found it on Google Maps. Thanks. Yeah, hope to see you there, mate. Hope to see you there. There's two quiz nights. There's one on Monday and there's one on Thursday, but you and the owner host the one on Monday. My night is the Thursday night. We didn't get an answer. Well, I'm waiting with bated breath to find out about these visas. It's Andon time. Give us one of your trickiest quiz questions, please. What is the maximum possible break in a game of snooker? That got a few people out a couple of months ago. About a month ago, I think it was. Jim Pendergast, 1827. They came from our cleaner whose dog had puppies and she made our house our home, guaranteed food. Ah, there you go. Yeah, we had a crisis like that about 3 weeks ago. I've got to stop feeding street dogs. There's a female one and she's starving, and I started feeding her. And I started to worry. I thought, if I keep feeding her, she might have puppies and bring them here. Little did I know she already had puppies. And the next day she bought them. And I came out, landlord was back, and there were 5 puppies at the bottom of the thing. And I thought, I cannot take on 5 puppies. I've got to do something about this. So I was going to contact the refuge shelter in town. But fortunately, the house, the other side, they belong to them. And they came and took them back. But yeah, I've got to be wary of that. I want to help dogs and things, but this puppy has been so much hassle case. I couldn't possibly, couldn't take any more. Ellen would leave me. Actually, that's probably a good reason to get some more puppies, isn't it? That would make, look, I'm getting now. But it's nice you're looking after him, mate. Hey, Jack is in the house. Jack Starr is in the house. Jack, very glad you can make it. You really didn't have to do that. You've made a hell of an entrance. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. I will have an Anzac beer. I will buy an Australian Anzac with the $20 from Andrew, and I will buy myself a beer with the £19 from you, Jack. And who knows, I might even buy Ellen a Kit Kat, because she deserves a break. Cheers, mate. How you doing? How is the back, and how is the little lady? I'm assuming she's little. I mean, she might not be little. Have you been anywhere exotic since you got back from the Lake District? Jim Pendergast, don't know snooker question. Think it's a load of balls. Jackstar, max break 155. Hiya, pal. Yeah, Jack, you could be right. I can't remember now. I think it's either 155 or 156. Of course, everyone thought it was 147. I used to think it was 147 until I saw Jimmy White got a break of 153. Then I Googled it. You're probably right on the 155, mate. It's either 155 or 156. Anyway, well done. Yeah, that got a lot of people got stuck out with that.
Wow, we got it.
Jackstar, Jim says, hi, Jackstar. Jackstar says, hiya, Jim. Hey, guys, you all okay? Andrew says, middle of Australia near Alice Springs. Not sure about visas. Sorry, we'll find out and let you know. I was very surprised by that. Alice Springs, I've heard of Alice Springs. I saw a documentary on Alice Springs, I don't know, about a year ago. And they said, no offence, that it was a hellhole at night. They had all these kids coming out. And it was the most dangerous place in Australia. I think it was a Vice documentary. Now, I'm not saying it is. You never know. They tend to exaggerate these things. But it looked a pretty rough place. So I've never been there. But, yeah, there you go. It's is it as bad as they say? You will know. I don't know what Alice Springs is. I know it's a famous place, but it's not very big, is it? I'm trying to think why I had heard of Alice Springs before I watched the documentary. Jackstar, I was up in Scotland last weekend. God, Jack, I wish that on anyone. Only joking, mate. Whereabouts? Scotland's got some nice parts. It's got some nice parts, but it's got some god-awful parts as well. I'm assuming you didn't go, well, where doesn't, I suppose you could say. Jackstar, oh, my eldest daughter has thrown a curveball. Let's just say I'm very disappointed and can see the outcome. Okay, well, I won't pry on that one, mate. I'm sorry to hear that because she'd, the last time you mentioned it, it seemed like she had turned things round. Well, if she's gone that way and now she's gone this way, there's every chance, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that she goes back that way again. But yeah, that's the trouble with kids, isn't it? Or young people. They don't really know shit. That's the reality of it. Andrew G, yeah, it's bad, mate. I'm 500 kilometres away. Oh, you're a long way away then. Yeah. Yeah, looked it. It looked, you know, looked all right during the day, but at night time, it just evolves into a load of nonsense. It's amazing how I'm losing viewers and getting back. I had 44 a minute ago. It's gone back to 12 now. It suddenly shoots up. I hold their attention for about, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds, and it rockets down again. It's fluctuating. It's like a heart monitor. I'm not surprised. I don't know why anyone would come on here if they didn't know me. Manila Gorilla, hello all. How are you, mate? Nice of you to join us. Andrew G, in Australia, it's just down the road. Yeah, I suppose it is a big country like that. What is Australia? Is it the fifth biggest country? I know Russia's the biggest. Australia's the second. Not sorry, Canada's the second. Is Australia the third or the fourth? I can't remember. I've asked that question before. Jackstar, well, I won't go into it much, but her boyfriend, who was a tosser, been sent down for 5 years. 5 years? Oh. Well, I hope she doesn't watch the channel. That's obviously going to be tough for you dealing with her when he's away, like, but maybe it's a good thing he's gone. I don't know. I won't say any more on that subject because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but if he's a tosser, then it's better out the picture, isn't it? I don't know. Jim, great to be here without all the problems going on in the world. Yeah, but they're not. They're hitting here, mate. They really are hitting here. I feel very sorry for the Filipinos. Well, you know yourself, you're in Luzon. Lots of things are doubled in price over here, and some strange things as well. But I mean, fortunately, your average expat can deal with it. But a lot of very unhappy Filipinos over here at the moment, and a lot of very tone-deaf Americans who don't seem to get. You hear them talking in the bars and that, and you see the staff looking over, and you know they're not really getting. They don't seem to be able to compute what an effect their actions are having on, shall we say, the less fortunate people in the world, or they don't care. One or two. Andrew G, 6 hours. 6 hours? Must be 6 hours is the 500 metres. Jackstar, you're a travelled man. Did you know you need a visa to go to Australia? I only found that out last night. And I was like, we can't have radio silence, can we? And I would say, sometimes I like buffer. I'm just sitting there then, I'm looking for a comment. I'm thinking, I can't think of anything else to say. Andrew G, sixth biggest country in the world. Is it the sixth? Oh, six. All right, okay. It's come over as 6RH. I thought that was, you got the hours the wrong way around. Is it the sixth, is it? Okay. It's amazing. I tell you, my senior moments. I asked that question the other night. One of the double pointers was select these 4 countries in order of size. I didn't put Russia in. I didn't put Canada in. I know Algeria is the biggest country in Africa. Brazil's the biggest in South America. Australia was in there. I think I had Australia, Kazakhstan, Brazil. I can't remember. It was only last week. How bad is that? Jackstar, really? That's a new one. Visa, blimey. Yeah, mate, I didn't know. I was talking to an American guy on Monday night. I think I looked last night on the laptop, and he was saying about Visa. And this Dutch guy was saying it was terrible. And I can understand the Americans having to have a visa because, I mean, they don't particularly have any links, do they? But when a Dutch guy said he needed it, I said, you can't need a visa. And he'd been and you did. And I thought, well, that's unusual because, you know, it is. EU countries usually have like reciprocal arrangements. Not many countries in the world you need a visa if you come from the EU these days, or England. And I thought, well, you might need one, but I bet we don't need one from Britain. And he says, yeah, you do. I was like, you can't. We've got the same king. That can't be. The Commonwealth country can't be. And I thought about it last night. I checked. You need a visa. You need to get an e-visa. So there you go. Don't know why you need a visa for Australia, but not America. Well, maybe you need one for America now. It was always an Esther when I went there. But yeah, very surprised. I'll have to. I didn't check whether Australians need a visa to come to the UK. Because I'm assuming if we need a visa to go there, they must need a visa to come to us. How far is Russia from the USA, or shall I say the closest point? It's close. I mean, when sometimes it freezes over and you can actually walk across, can't you? Couldn't tell you the actual distance. If you were in Detroit and you headed directly due south, which country would you come to first? Canada, Mexico, Argentina, or Spain? Is it 2.4 miles? Wow. Wow. 2.4 miles. I knew it was close. I know it freezes over, but I did not know it was that close. 3.8 kilometres. There we go. That's very precise, Jack. I always put my answers in kilometres, I don't know why I always say it. That is 3.8 kilometres, or for our American brothers, 2.4 miles. I always put that in the quiz. I don't want any questions. I don't want any queries of my questions. Manila Gorilla. I've been to little. I should read off the laptop. I can't read there. Diomede Island. You can see Russia pretty easy. How do you pronounce that? I can't really ask you in the text, can I? Is that Diomede or Diomede? Never heard of it. I want someone to answer my Detroit question without checking because it's a difficult question to get. No one got the answer. Google it. If you head due south from Detroit, which is the first country you'll hit? Oh, there you go. Diomede. You can do it in text. Well done. There you go. Why did you go there? What is there? Never heard of it. Were you is there something to see there? Were you living there, or is it like has it got penguins or something? I mean, why did you go there? They have penguins in Canada, do they? How's the back, Jack? So he's not very bright, this dog. We've got a little cage for him. I don't put him in there, but I got it when we first got it. It was for the kitten originally. But like Kayla keeps putting him in there, and she put him in there earlier on, and he's pulled the cage out, and there's a big hole in it. One of the sections is missing, but he still thinks he's trapped in there. You know, he's not going to do well in an intelligence test. I was eating something early on. He's desperate to get out. I'm like, there's a section missing. He'd walked into it before. He forgot he couldn't do it. Jackstar, wild guess Cuba. It's Ando time. Is it the next US territory, Cuba? Might be the next. I tell you, Cuba might end up being the next American territory. I tell you, Greenland ain't. He ain't getting Greenland. He doesn't want Greenland. He knows he won't get it. The answer is, believe it or not, Canada. You would end up in Canada because the way it is, it curves over, and Canada is below it. No one got that in the quiz. Andrew, geography is not my strong suit. It's not really my strong suit. See, that's the thing about quizzes. What is he doing? Why are you trying to get out there? I was always all right on quizzes, but since I started doing the quizzes, I've got a lot better. I'd say I'm quite good at quizzes now, but I'm good at quiz questions. You know what I mean? A lot of people say when they see Peter quiz, oh, he's clever. That person, you know, they just retain their information. So it's like, you know, I'm quite good on the questions that get asked, like what's the longest river? You know. But actual geography, looking on a map, I'm bloody awful. Ewan used to do a thing. He did it a few times, like, you know, if you headed, which of these cities is due south of Rome or whatever? God, I was dreadful for that kind of stuff. So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? When you get in the mindset of quiz questions, you remember them, you know, so I'm quite good at quizzes. But my actual geography, if it wasn't a quiz question, it was like yours, Andrew, dreadful. Manila Gorilla, how's the fur babies? They're okay, mate. The dog is still a bit of a pain in the arse, but he's been a bit better the last couple of days. I held him up a few minutes ago. If he comes back over again, I might hold him up again. Not sure where the kitten is, but she's lovely. We love the kitten. She's gorgeous. Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I love the puppy, but I would be desperately sad if something happened to the kitten. She's so sweet. I wake up every morning. She sucks my fingers for like 4 or 5 times a day. She insists on coming in and sucking my fingers. And at night, when Ellen gets up in the morning, she'll always sleep between my. She's very close to her dad. She must know my smell because she doesn't lick other people's fingers. And it's sweet, but it's annoying at night because I'll wake up and she's always cleaning me, even if I've had a shower. But yeah, she's lovely, the kitten. Jack Star, back not been great, buddy. How you been doing? All good, I hope. Yeah, been doing well, mate. Sorry about the back, because you'd had a kind of a can't think what the word is. It was in remission, wasn't it? I mean, you last time we spoke on the old chat, you were doing a lot, but everything was rosy. You had a new lady and your back was better. But sorry to hear that, mate. Hopefully you will go into remission again. I'm not sure if remission is the same tone. What is that? Why are you showing me that? What? Rehoming. Oh, don't show me things like that. Eleanor's just showing me a picture of a kitten that needs rehoming.
Because it's white and it's a Persian cat.
Okay, we'll take it.
Ow.
Thank God I got home before it's over. Jack, Global Greg. Greg, before it's all over, well, have you heard something's going to happen to the world? Like, you know, there about to be an earthquake or something. I guess you must be referring to a live stream. You might know Greg. He's a friend of the channel. I interviewed him once. We went to look at an apartment. He is now our next door neighbour. He lives where Sam used to live. I think we'll get him on a live stream one night. Where have you been, Greg? Anywhere exotic? He's living the life, that guy, I tell you. He goes out for lunch, he goes out for dinner. He's always out eating. Roblox Duos 123. Hello, I'm new to this stream. Hello, Roblox. Welcome to the stream. Where are you from, mate? Where do you hail? Roblox, hi. Andrew G. I smash the use it quizzes generally.
No.
Will you? Good Lord. I'm trying to do a live stream here. Control your animals.
Joking him, but he wanted to bite me.
He doesn't want to bite you. He wants to play with you. I've got sidetracked where I am now. Yeah, it's like an escape room. Once you see, I'm getting very confused. I will go back from Roblox again. I think I don't know how I do this, but I seem to jump the message right. Yeah, it's like an escape room. Once you've done a few, you get into a mindset of what to look for, and then you kind of get it. Yes, you're talking about the quizzes. Yeah, exactly. And the same kind of questions come over: how many brains has an octopus got? How many hearts has an octopus got? You know, which country's got the most time zones? You know, it's the same kind. Who discovered this theory, that theory? I mean, the secret of the quizzes is not a great educational intelligence. It's good memory. I know a guy. I'm not going to mention his name. He's not. He's quite intelligent, but he's got a hell of a good memory, and everyone thinks he's a genius. I think there'll be a lot of people who are cleverer, but just don't remember things. No, can't remember the dates and the facts. If you're good with dates and things, you're going to be all right in quizzes. Well, now we've got the Roblox. Hi, Andrew. I smash the music quizzes generally. Well, you've got to get yourself to one of our quizzes. The last round is always a music quiz. I used to do a music quiz when I first got here. That's how I got into the quiz circuit. I did a solely music quiz. So it wasn't soul music, but just a dedicated music quiz at Kingswick. And then I went to the general knowledge at Sideways, and I stopped doing the music quiz at Kingswick because it was too hard work. And I was doing a music quiz at Sideways. I came out of retirement. I did a music quiz a couple of weeks ago because Tim, who's taken over the quiz, was away. I enjoy the music quizzes a lot more, but it's see, the trouble with Dimmiget is a lot of quizzes, so it's hard to get people to go to 3 quizzes in a week because a lot of the guys that go on Monday go on the Thursday. You know, when we were doing the music quiz, you'd only get a certain select band would come, and unfortunately, the people that used to go to the Kingswick to my quiz they're not really Sideways people and vice versa, so there was never any crossover. But I would rather just do a music quiz if people came, but they don't. And it gets hard. You know, it does get hard because I don't like asking the same questions again. And after a few months, you've done all the good records and the good questions and things. Manila Gorilla, I heard this once yesterday. A man has 6 sons. The sons all have 2 sisters. How many children do they have? A man has 6 sons. The sons all have 2 sisters. 8. How many children do they have? 8? Have I got that wrong? Global Greg played the balls today, performed horribly. My exes would not be surprised. Oh, you played balls, did you? Well, patang is the correct term, not to be technical. When you said the other day about that drinks incident with a person I won't mention, I thought you must start going to the balls on the patang on Wednesday. Yeah, but the thing with the patang is it depends what team you're in, doesn't it? I mean, if you're in a good team, you can do very well. If you're not in a good team, surprisingly enough, you don't tend to do that well. But it's good that you started doing that. Don't come to my quizzes, but you play patang. Interesting. Was there many there? And did you get your name down? Because usually you've got to book in advance these days to get so busy, or did you just turn up and get in it? Dexter, mate, I've got CRS, can't remember shit. Jim Pendergast 1872 just retracted his message. Andrew G, French for a back of hand. Is that right? Patang is French for a back of hand. I did not know that. Yeah, I'm trying to get Greg to do a video, an interview, talk about his exploits over here. I won't go into any more details, but guess how much it cost him to fly here? Guess how much? Jim Pendergast got CRS too, Jack. I can't think what CRS is. I must have it. I'm gonna feel stupid now. What is CRS? Cognitive something syndrome? Cognitive aggressive syndrome? Now we have radio silence. Oh, can't remember shit. There you go. That's why I didn't know what it was. Can't remember shit. There you go. It's me trying to think what it could be and be sensitive. Never heard that before. Can't remember shit. There you go. Now I feel like a fool. Now the question is, will I remember that tomorrow? You've got CRS, haven't you, my love? You've got CRS. You have CRS. Okay, well done. I'll beat your quiz tomorrow. Major Delicate 45 at Petanique today. Got to sign up in advance. How did you sign up in advance? It's easy. They've joined you to the group, have they? Because I know they're really busy now. Because I'm still, even though I haven't played in months, I'm still in the group. So I see, like, you can see, like, they get 3 times as many people as used to get when I played. They probably heard I stopped playing. That's why they started coming. Andrew G, yeah, was designed for people with restricted ability to still play a sport. I did not know that. Well, that's probably why it's so big in Doomageddon, because there are quite a few of us here who have restricted abilities to play a sport. That's called CRST tomorrow. Can't remember shit tomorrow. I can't believe I've not had an answer to that. What was the 6 sons with 2 sisters? Is it 8? Have I missed something out here? Manila Gorilla, tell us. Where is the kitten? Come here. I'm going to show you off if you come here. Why are you ignoring me? Manila Gorilla, yes, 8. Well, there you go. There you go. I'm happy with that. Come and say hello to Manila Gorilla. Hey, this is Case. He does not look the same as he did in the video. No, we don't buy it.
Oh shit!
No.
Mike.
Oh, it's not my microphone now. Oh, that was great, wasn't it?
Hey, no! Give it to me. Give it to me.
Can people still hear me?
Use the other one, love.
Have you got all the bits? Well, that was good, wasn't it? My microphone, you knocked my microphone out. Just give us 1 second, chaps. What has he got?
Did you eat it?
Eat what?
The button.
I've got it all here. 2 seconds, fellas. Have you got the button?
No, we had it.
Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? No, I'm still using that.
Okay.
It's still
You're
working.
just gonna stop it, Case. No.
There you go. That is the joys of having a dog. I wish I hadn't picked him up. He's broken my microphone. I didn't know what that was. Have you got the button? Is that the button? That's not the button.
No.
We're having a mad panic for the button now.
I think he ate it.
I don't think he did eat it. He wouldn't eat it. It'll be down there somewhere.
He got it like me, love. I saw him.
Oh well, that will be. I won't be interviewing Greg anytime soon. I'll have to buy some new microphones. I know you got it there. He hasn't eaten it at all. See, these. I tell you what, these microphones, Ellen got them for me, and my God, they take a licking, but they keep on ticking. I have dropped them so many times, and they shatter just like that. But bless her, she still puts them back together.
Do you want me to put it not together?
Yeah, well, give me the other one, please.
Yeah.
Have you got all the parts there?
Yeah.
There you go. I'm just going to switch microphones, chaps. While where's the magnet gone? Have you got the magnet?
Oh, hey, stop switching.
Just going to switch microphones
Stop it, huh? Stop it.
and let Ellen put this one back together again. You need to switch that off first.
No, you have to switch that on first,
I
okay?
know I do. You are a very destructive creature. I can't really blame him for that. Can you hear me now? I swapped microphones. Switch that one off, sweetie. Otherwise, it's
I don't know how until I put them back together.
Well, don't put it back together now, then. Anyway, where are we on the comments? Loud and clear. Hi, Miss Ellen.
Hello.
Say hello, Ellen.
Oh no, huh?
Say hello, Ellen.
Hello, guys. Simon, you're so annoying.
Still loud and clear. Mic is working fine, Jack. So hit the like, share the love, guys. Yes, hit the mic and share the love, guys. Thank you very much, Jack. That's just what it needed. I think we bumped up to seven likes now, haven't we? That's good. Can't believe that just happened. That has thrown me. That is what they say. Never work with animals and children. Yeah, don't work with animals and children. Talking of children, where is the child?
Who? Kayla?
Kayla.
Washing the dishes.
Yeah, washing the dishes. There you go. You wouldn't get that in the UK, would you? She's very good on the housework, Ellen. Jim says hello. Hi, Ellen. Manila Gorilla says loud and clear. Jack Star says, how much was the flight? Shall we say in excess, I think, of $13,000? Andrew G, still so shy. Yes, she is shy. She is shy. We had an American guy, Sean, came looking for me in Sideways a month or so ago, subscriber. And he was saying, like, you know, he didn't really want to see me. He wanted to see Ellen. He'd never seen him before. He's always darting around on the live streams, hiding. Totally oblivious, that dog, to what he's done.
It's not his fault.
Hold on a minute. I don't know why you're doing it. Can you not do that now? Because you don't know what it's doing to the sound. That could be making a load of noise the other end.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn this off. Give me a few seconds.
Are you getting a lot of distortion from Ellen fiddling with that thing or not? Please tell us.
Found it, I think. Okay.
There we go. Well done, sweetie. Yes, well, it's off now. It's off now. She switched it off. There you go. Look, I've lost all my viewers. I had 115 people watching, and now I've got 3. I'm not going to blame the puppy, sweetie. I'm going to blame you. Manila Gorilla, a bit scratchy. Should be okay now, though, isn't it? She stopped fiddling with it. Although I'm not sure if this microphone is as good as the others. I need to buy some new mics. There's I can't remember the name of the brand. Oh, it is good now. Yeah, she stopped fiddling with it. There's a brand that I've had recommended for me. What do you call them? What's the name of that one which moves around and around? DJ microphones. DJ, the ones that make the DJ Osmo and that kind of thing. They do these minis, and I've had them strongly recommended. And I've looked on Lazada, and they're like 3,000 pesos for like the 2 mics. But then other places are charging 20,000 pesos for the mics. So you're kind of caught in a dilemma. I'm not going to pay 20,000 for them when you can get them for 3,000. But then maybe the 3,000 ones are fakes. You know what I mean? And that's what's put me off doing it, because you're kind of thinking, I don't really.
Hey, stop that, please.
Will you stop that? Plays with everything. Play with your squeaky ball. Yeah, so yeah, but that has prompted me. I'll have to get them. Me and DJI, Andrew DJI. Call blimey, look what the cat's dragged in. Where have you been hiding? Hello, Art Park Garden. Yeah, it's been a while, mate. Been a while. I've not been hiding. I've been here. I've just not been. What is wrong with that creature? I don't know if you can hear in the background, but the dog's gone mad. Million Gorilla, do you think the 3,000 ones are fake? Yeah, that's exactly why I haven't got any. But I did meet someone, Alex, a subscriber, a while back. I interviewed him. He got the 3,000 ones. He says they're fine. I suppose I just put it. You'd be stupid to pay 20,000 for them, because some places online, just charge more, don't they? I mean, that is the ridiculous thing, isn't it? Andrew G, 6,000 pesos in Cebu miles. Well, then they might be real then for 3,000 because you expect to pay more in the miles, wouldn't you? Because they got the overheads, you know, and the footfall and, you know, all the rest of it. I mean, and a couple of the ones I looked at, I know it doesn't mean much, but they're, what do they call them? LASMAL accredited shops, you know, they're supposed to be the good ones. Yeah, I'll have to get some. I'll have to get some. Better to get the 3,000 and find out they're fake than get the 20,000 and find out they're fake. I'll tell you an interesting thing, because I don't trust anything on Shopee and Lazada. I never use Shopee. I've never used it. Ellen's a Shopee girl. I am a Lazada chap. She'll never use Lazada. But I was back at the doctor's who wants to do an operation. I won't talk about it now because I'm going to talk about it in the video. Should I have an operation in the Philippines? But he prescribed me some new medications. But he was actually quite good because when I told him the ones I was taking weren't particularly working that well now, he said, "Well, I think we've reached the surgery stage." But then he said, "But there are some better ones I could put you on, which are supposed to be better." And I'm like, "Well, why did you not put me on the better ones before?" And he's like, "Well, you need to take them twice a day, whereas the ones you take now are one." But anyway, in the end, he gave me a prescription for each of them. I said, "Well, give me a prescription for both, and I'll have a think about it, and I will have a think about the operation." But then he said, "Where do you get your medications from?" I said, "I go to Mercury Drug with a prescription." And he said, "You're better off having a look on Shopee. You can get them on Shopee." I said, "You can buy." I said, "I know you can buy some medicines on Shopee, but I wouldn't be comfortable doing that." And he was like, "Well, why not?" I said, "Well, they're fake, aren't they?" He said, "No, they should be okay." I said, "I hadn't really thought about it, but I suppose if I've got the prescription." And he said, "I don't think they'll ask for the prescription." He said, "I check out the prices on Shopee." And that was the consultant saying that. So I don't know, really. Would you buy your medications on Shopee? Answers on a postcard. Tell me. Should I have an operation in the Philippines? My love, my sweetheart, have a coffee, please. Thank you. I don't deserve. I don't deserve this lady. She brought her now. She's going to say that to Kayla to make them for me. It's like it's dereliction. There is I can't think of the word now. What is wrong with my brain these days? It's like I live in a fuzz. I can't think of the word. What is it when you he'll come back to me. Art Park, where's the lovely Ellen? She's wandering around, mate. She's wandering around. But the puppy has made such a mess in the house, I can't really turn the camera around again. Manila Gorilla, these should be okay. Ha ha ha. Yeah, he said they should be okay. They should be okay. Well, I'm thinking I might see what the ones I'm on now are. I'm not going to get, you know, the new ones off there because if they don't work, I won't know, you know, if they're not working because they're fake or because they're not very good. You know what I mean? I suppose with the other ones, if they're not working as well as they did before, I know. But he said, no, it shouldn't be a problem. He said, just make sure you get it from a reputable one with good ratings. But I had no idea you could buy, you know, prescription drugs on Shopee. I said, I don't use Shopee. I don't think you can on Lazada. I haven't had a look yet. Andrew G, how is your health going, by the way, mate? It's yeah, it's I'll just catch up. I say I'm going to do a video on it. I'll come back to that in a second, mate. CJ James Store France 8210. That's a mouthful. Said hi. Well, I say hi back to James. Welcome to the chat. Mike Thompson, can you show the puppy or is it asleep? God, I've shown him twice, and the last time I showed him, he knocked my microphone off. I can't at the moment, mate. He's just gone out into the kitchen. But if you go back on the video, I have shown him a couple of times. If he comes back again, I'll hold him up. Trouble is, last time you might have missed it. He just knocked my microphone out and smashed it because he's quite a boisterous little fella. He gets excited. Manila Gorilla, you get what you pay for. The Pentecost, my blood pressure always good in the Philippines. Hardly need to take medication. Yeah, no, well, I'm going to do a video about it anyway, but I'll give you a brief précis now as you're nice enough to jump in and someone has asked. I was getting a hell of a lot of discomfort before I went on the meds, and I've been on them 6 months now, and the discomfort has started to come back a little bit. And to be honest with you, I'm not giving it the tough man. I'm not really bothered about the discomfort. I can deal with it as long as I know it's nothing serious. What concerned me before was like the condition might have got worse, and I just want to have it checked out. But when he said no, it's just the swollen prostate is pushing against the bladder. I'd have been okay living with that. But he put me on his meds, and they were really good. But the last month or so, it started to come back a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as it was. But when he put me on the medication, he said would give it a 6-month trial. He said because sometimes after 6 months they're less effective, which is I imagine is what's happening to me. So when I went in and I told him that, he said, I think we're at the surgery stage now. And I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? So to cut long story short, he wants to do laser surgery to cut cut half the prostate off. I don't know what it does or whatever. Or try some new medications. And I said to him, look, at the end of the day, I said, I'm not really bothered. I mean, it's not causing me any discomfort. I know, thank you. I'm just aware of it more now. I'm happy staying on the tablets for a little while. And if I need an operation, I'll go back to the UK and have it done. And he's like, yeah, because you get free healthcare over there. When I asked him, I said, well, what's the operation involved and how much is it? And it's only 300,000 pesos or 250,000. And you're in for 2 days. So in terms of price, because it's all well and good saying you get it done in the UK, but when you consider your flights and all that, and then you're going to have to go and see the GP and a waiting list or whatever, it starts to make sense just to get it done here. If I get it done, no plans to get it done in the next few months. It's just if it got worse. But then when I mentioned that at the quiz night, a few people were like, "You're crazy! Don't have it done here." And then all the horror stories come out. They're like, I said, "Yeah, but going back to the UK, I'll just go over and get it done in Thailand." Or whatever. And I decided then, I thought, no, I'm not going to get it done here. And then the thing I do at the quiz, I tend to move around because there's little groups, like certain people sit and have a cigarette in one area, and I'm a bit of a social butterfly. As the night revolves, I go around all the groups. I ended up in the last group, just at the end of the quiz. And it's an English guy I know there, Andy. And I suddenly remembered he had an operation, laser surgery on his prostate. So I said, you had a laser surgery, and he had the same operation as me. And lo and behold, he's got the same surgeon as me, or the same consultant. And there's another guy there who had the same operation with the same surgeon. And they both said it's the best thing they've ever done. The guy's fantastic. It's really good. You go in, it's out and that. So now it's got me thinking, I know I have said all these times, don't get an operation in the Philippines. I've heard terrible stories and that. The reality is they are stories. And I have heard some terrible ones, and some of them are real. But when you've got a consultant that you like, and you've got two people you know well who've had the procedure with that same surgeon, got me thinking, what do you chaps think? Art Park Garden 8849, hold up the lovely Ellen up instead. Remember, we're all a bunch of misfits living in our parents' basement and don't get a chance to see a real woman. Come over here, sweetie. I have to hold you up. I couldn't lift her, mate. She's quite a weight these days. It's end of time. Go to St. Luke's. Can't remember it enough when I had my surgery on my hernia. US quality. Where's that? That's in Cebu, isn't it? Is it Cebu or is it Manila? I think, to be honest with you, if I am going to have it, and again, I'm not being over dramatic, we're talking a long way down the line unless things get really bad. I don't think I would have it with my doctor here at Ace because I know him and I've had friends who've been with him and under him, and he's got a very good reputation here. Or I think I'd go to Thailand or back to the UK. I don't think I'd go anywhere else in Manila because at the end of the day, what would be the point? If I'm going to go to Cebu or Manila, I might as well go to Bangkok. You know what I mean? But I take on board what you're saying. Andrew, my old man got a thing called golden beads and has had no problems except hot flushes every now and again. Golden beads. That's golden beads. I was about to make an Delegate. That's the word I was thinking of. Ellen. Delegate. Yeah. I delegate to Ellen. Ellen delegates to Kayla. Kayla tries to delegate to the pets, but they can't do anything. So poor old Kayla, bless her, she does a lot more work here than anyone else. I think it's wrong, but Ellen says it's the only way she'll learn. And now Ellen's pulling, what a beautiful face you're pulling at me. Explain what the golden beads are. I haven't got any idea what they are. I've heard of a certain type of bead, but I know we're not talking about that. Okay, Billy, hello, mate. How you doing? How's life in Dooma, buddy? Life in Dooma is good. Life in Dooma is good. How's life at your end? Jim Pendergrass, I would avoid surgery if not affecting you too much. Yes, I'm going to, mate. I am going to. Yeah. There's no point rushing into it. But equally, I mean, the thing he was saying, I mean, obviously the fear is that the surgery goes wrong. But he was saying that if you do have this surgery, the chance of having prostate issues again within the next 10 years are 1 in 100. So you start to think, that sounds pretty tempting. But I'll do some more research. But as I say, I mean, he's given me 2 prescriptions, which will tide me over for the next 6 months. So there's no rush to it. I just find it interesting. It's like anything. It's like Jack was wise enough to say in the comments the other day, you know, people will come with these blessed laid plans. They get a girlfriend. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. You know, I've said all along, I've never had an operation in the Philippines. Now I'm thinking about having an operation in the Philippines. You know, it's because things change and your perspective changes. Although saying that hospital that he went to, Ace, the one I go to when I see him, a friend of ours had a motorbike accident the other day, and he went there, and he had a terrible experience. I think someone said when I was talking about the heart attacks, it seems to be here, if you go as an outpatient or you go to get something done and you're expected and it's all lined up and you've paid for it, and, you know, things tend to go okay. But when you're in an emergency situation and you turn up at the AE, it would seem to be in any of these hospitals, it all goes to shit. David J5P2I, Scotty Scooby-Doo follicles. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Okay, Billy, dating a peanut from a family with 8 siblings, is that normal? Any issues you think? I'm gonna be careful when I say it. I've got a very good friend I was with the other night who has just found himself in a situation with a number of siblings. So yeah, I would, yeah, I think carefully. 8 siblings. Well, it depends how old they are. I mean, if they're all like adults, then that's different. If they're younger, then I don't know, mate. Who am I to say? But I think I would avoid that relationship if they were all like young and dependent on her. But hey, I don't know. Now I'm getting very confused. Jackstar BKK flight is returned, by the way. What flight? I haven't seen a flight in the comments. Have I missed a flight? Have I missed a comment about Jack? Ellen, could you go back up the comments and see if I've missed a comment about Jack's flights? David, I tell you what, David, if you're just going to keep mentioning other vloggers, I'm not sure if I'm going to bother reading them out. Glenn is in the house. Greetings, one and all. Glenn, thank you. I'm so glad to see you back in the chat, Glenn. I hope things are going well with you, mate. It's on time. Get it done, my friend. Better not to worry. St. Luke's BGC. So it's BGC, is it? Jim Pendergrass. Hi, Glenn. Jackstar. Hey, Glenn in the house. I know, isn't it nice to have Glenn back? Glenn, hi, Jim. Glenn, hi, Jack. Mike Thompson, like in Thailand, if you're with a Filipina, you're with the whole family. Yeah, most of them. Yeah, most of them. Which can be good in some situations. You get the right Filipina. I mean, if they're a good family and that, you know, they'll look after you in older age and things. But it is Jackstar 3226, derelict of duties. Dereliction of duties, very serious offence under QR, is that? Dereliction of duties. As well, you know, young man. I suppose they're KRs now, aren't they? KRs. Oh, I tell you what, there you go, guys. You get to see the kitten now. She's just come out to play. Hello, sweetie. Say hello. Come here, lovely. This is the lovely Pencil, and she is gorgeous. She is my baby. It's amazing how well she gets on with a puppy. It gets a bit too much for her at times, but they play, and she's a tough little cat. I tell you that, a lot tougher than she looks. Be back down, that's sweetie. But there's a fur baby for you. Someone was asking for the fur babies. I don't know where the dog is. I think the dog's in the kitchen with Kayla. Glenn, thanks. Straight in as number one, LOL. Thanks for the warm welcomes. Glenn, hi, Pencil. There you go. Glenn's good with names, isn't he? She's a lovely little thing, Pencil. And 7281, what happened to the cat? What do you mean, what happened to the cat? That was the cat. She's a very small cat, though, and she's cross-eyed, which she is cross-eyed, and I love her just as much. But Ellen will not accept. Ellen gets very touchy about the fact she's cross-eyed, but she clearly is. I don't know what the problem is. Art Park Garden cats, and here comes the puppy. For those who wanted to see the puppy, I know. And here we go. This is the last time I'm holding him up, Mike. If you're there, do not break my microphone this time. Come here. This is the puppy in all his glory. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. There we go. Doesn't he look like an old dog? Those are the animals. My God, we've lost our peace and quiet here. He looks older than 3 months, doesn't he, fellas? And I'm not joking. I've never seen such an old-looking puppy in my life. And he was so cute. He was a tiny little thing when we got him, and he's got furrowed brow, bags under his eyes. If I didn't know better, if it wasn't for the way he behaved, I'd think he was like about 10, 12 years old. He might have an aging disease. Oh, and I said what happened to the cat before you showed the cat. Well, there you go. But yeah, they're good company for each other. Oh, and that was the cat just biting the puppy. If you heard that squeal, then you've hurt him now. He's gone off nosing his nose. She's got sharp little teeth. She has. She just bit him right on the nose. He jumped out and she sunk right into him. That's naughty. So look, this is what you get all the time with him. No, play with your sister. I'm trying to show you two playing. There they are. They love each other. Well, coffee's very nice. Run out of milk. Now that really is dereliction of duty. I'm responsible for myself. I decided about a month ago I was going to stop the milk because I started getting goat's milk, and I like that in the tea. And I've seen how many calories there were in the tea, in the coffee, how many calories there were in it. I thought I'd crack it down, and I realised I didn't miss it. And then the other day I found some coffee mate in the back of the cupboard, which I didn't know was there, and I popped that in my coffee, and now I'm back on the milk and the coffee again. And now I'm having a black coffee. I'm thinking, oh, this isn't very nice at all. A week ago I'd have loved it. All the frame of mind, it's like smoking. Mike Thompson, thanks for showing the animals. I miss having pets, but work stops me having the time to look after them properly. Yeah, it is. They take a lot of work. I mean, this is the trouble now. I'm going to have to go back to England at some stage to sort my passport and things out. And Ellen's already telling me I can't leave the pets. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. And they put the kibosh on our holidays for the time being. I don't know what we're going to do. I think I was telling Kayla early on, we're going to have to take her out of school, and she's just going to look after the pets. And she got quite upset about it. She's getting upset about it now. What do you need an education for? The look she's giving me. Glenn, how far are you from the nearest shop? What kind of shop? Be more specific, Glenn. If you're talking the Sari shop, we're about 150 meters. If you're talking about Art Park Garden, you went to Thailand, right? How long were you there? Hopefully, I'm not mixing up my vloggers. I was in Thailand for about You're talking about how long I lived there for. About 7.5 years. Oh dear, not quite 8. Oh, Glenn, for your milk. Okay, yeah. No, I'm not bothered about it. It's probably good not. I just think I need to drink the black for a day or so, get back in the swing of it. Yeah, about 7.5 years in Thailand altogether. But I spent bits of that. So you put the old time together because I spent like a few months in Cambodia in the middle and another few months in Cambodia. So it's like but I think I was probably there altogether about 9 years, but about 7.5 in Thailand itself. Art Park Garden. I went recently. Not long. About 9 nights. I think was it 9 nights? Yeah, about 9 nights. I think we went for. It's end of time. Would you go back permanently to the UK? Not planning to. Not planning to. Wouldn't go. No. I mean, if I had to, I had to. You never know what's going to happen, do you? I mean, in the world. Nothing against it, but I would rather. Yeah, no. I've got no plans to live ever in the UK again. Andrew G, can't you sort out the passport in Manila? Yeah, you can do. I've got to look right into it. I mean, what you can do is you can post the passport back to the UK. You can do it online from here, but you've got to courier your passport to the UK. And they say it could take a couple of months to do. Well, unless I go to Manila, you can only get 2 months extension. So what happens if it doesn't come back in time? If they lose it, or I'm just going to try and do something here. What happens if they lose it, or they just going to hide that David chat from the channel because he's not contributing anything. Bye, David. They're all right. They're playing. Yeah, so I don't quite like the idea of that. I could fly to Manila, and I could go to the embassy there and do it. But you're still talking like flights there, flight back. The point is, I've not been back to the UK for 3 years, approaching. And my passport runs out next July, so I was kind of thinking, maybe go back. If I'm going to go back, I've got to visit family and that at some stage. So why not tie it in with the passport? I mean, that was my thinking, and I might still do that. I mean, Ellen, she'll look after the pets. Don't worry about it. It's just like if I went back at Christmas, for example, she's going to want to go back to the mountains and spend it with her family up there. Then what happens to the kittens and the dog? But we'll sort something out. I mean, it's a few months off. Manila Gorilla, how did you find Cambodia? I like Cambodia. It was nice. I was in Siem Reap, but I liked it there, but after a few months, I was always glad to go back to Thailand. There were times I thought about staying there for a few years, renting a place for you. Will you stop it? They're very noisy, these creatures. But it's okay. I've got my old mate Ray. Remember Ray from the channel? Some of you will know him. He's living in Siem Reap now. He's loving it. I'll have to take Ellen there, see what she thinks about it. It's very easy to live in Cambodia, but when I was there, it was a few years back, so you had a lot of the problems you have here in terms of the brownouts and things. And Siem Reap's okay, it's nice, but I was happier in Thailand. Now I've got the cat eating my laptop. Well, that's what they do. They chase each other, the cats and dogs. Glenn, I'm bad enough posting parcels in the UK with reference to getting lost. Soren is there. Soren, how you doing, Soren? I haven't seen you in ages, Soren. I did send some papers in Denmark with DHL. It took 48 hours. Is that right? Maybe that's what I should do then. Maybe that's what I should do. Should I have an operation here, Soren? Yeah, I suppose they say you courier it and they courier it back. I might just try it. I mean, there is a way. I'm not going to go into any details. There is a way I could get a 6-month passport extension here. I might do that. Then I wouldn't be worried about the if it didn't come back in the 2 months because I have 6 months. Got to come back in 6 months. And I suppose when you send it, you get it insured. So if it does go missing, it'll cover your cost for going and getting a new one and things. I don't know. But the trouble is, you hear all these stories. I keep getting told different things from different people. that you need to pay to get the stamp transferred over to your new passport. And I know someone recently paid 20,000 for that. When you start thinking, well, 20,000 for that, and then flying to Manila and all the rest of it, you might as well fly back to the UK. Almost covers your flights and have a holiday there. But other people have said that as long as you've got the old passport and it's got the visa in it, you just take them both together and it doesn't cost you anything. The stamp just goes over into the new one. I'll have to look into it. Sorry, it cost around 3,000 pesos. Okay, that's not too bad. I suppose that's because it was 48 hours. I don't think it's that much more expensive to get the English one. I think it's about, don't quote me on these figures, chap. I think it's £95 if you do it in the UK. I think it's £135 if you do it outside the country to cover the courier cost back. So, yeah, what's 3,000? That's about, I should know that off the top of my head, shouldn't I? About £45. 4,000 is 50. So, Mike Thompson, probably just as well popping back to the UK so you can see your family. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. And I've got some other stuff I could do there. And I could go and see my GP there and ask him what he thinks about the operation. You know, probably get some pills as well. Because obviously I'm paying for the pills over here. I'll get some on the NHS. So anyway, I've got up until January to decide. Because I say it runs out in July and you can't leave after 6, it's only got 6 months left in it. But, being ex-military, you could get SRR visa, Simon. Yeah, I know I can, but there's a lot of palaver in that. I was going to look. I've got to sort out. I've got no paperwork to say that I was in the military. I've lost my blue book, which they give you when you come out, and I've moved so many times so long ago. I've got nothing to say I was in there. I can get it though, but the point is, I was talking to the guy who owns JRC, the visa agency place here, because he comes to the quizzes sometimes. Sometimes he sponsors them because you need to have a pension, and I don't get my Air Force pension until I'm 60 because I only did 9 years, but I have other funds, and he basically said that they can make exemptions. That it was better just to apply for it and explain the situation, and they might not ask for a pension, but I needed paperwork to prove I was in the military. So I went online and I went to HR Gov, and they'll send it to you, but it takes up to a year to get it. So it's ridiculous. But I should just get that done. I should get it sorted. So at least I've got it. But yeah, so yeah, I need to get the paperwork first, and if I get the paperwork, then I can apply for it. But they might ask for a pension. And then it ceases to be worth it because, as I was saying to the guy at JRC, you have to have a pension of $1,000 a month to get to apply for it. And I don't want to access my private pensions yet. What would be the point? I'd lose a lot by, I don't intend to access them until I'm gone 60. So if they let me do it without having the pension, with just a proof of funds and thing, and then that's what I am going to do. But again, I was going to sort the paperwork out and pick it up because I won't send it out of the country. Pick it up when I go back. Another reason to go back in December. But yeah, that is something I've looked into. Yeah. So it's free to transfer the stamp in Manila. I did it last year. Is that when you were at the airport, mate? Just going through the airport to go when you went to Thailand? Mike Thompson, did you sort out your retired military ID? No, I've messaged them. You've got to apply for it, and they say it can take up to a year. And you just have to give them a few information that they send out. God knows why it would take a year. It might not take a year, but then you get it. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know because I wasn't sure. Yeah, because I'll have to do a visa renewal before then. Because Darryl had to pay like 20,000. I don't know if you know Darryl. You must know Darryl. And Monsieur got another agent to do it for 12,000. And I'm thinking, why are you paying for it? I don't get it because it says on the government R site that you shouldn't have to pay anything. You just go in and say, here's my new passport, here's my old cancelled passport, here's when I arrived, and they transfer it over. But so I'll have to have a chat with the immigration about it and find out how it works. Well, the chat has stopped. Would you calm down? Keep trying to explain to Ellen that the puppy won't always be like this. That in a few months' time, it will be like docile and a lot more affectionate and not want to play. She doesn't believe me. She keeps saying, I've seen other dogs, like our friends' dogs go out and they just sit there and they're well behaved and they don't do any of that. Well, they're not puppies, are they? I mean, he's 3 months old. He's still just a baby, aren't he? You're still just daddy's little boy. Yes, you are. He gets his last jabs on the 4th of April, then I can take him out. That'll be a lot better because at the moment, I'm sure he's getting cabin fever. Not sure if we're going to let the kitten out, but right, Ellen's saying no. Well, I don't want to keep a trap, but you hear so many stories about losing them, getting poisoned, and let's do and all that. Soren, let's meet up soon. Yeah, we should do, mate. We should do. Yeah, well, definitely, Soren. I'll message you because I was thinking that the other day. I almost went up to Kingswick because I went past. I wonder if Soren's up there. You know the trouble with that place is you've got to go up the stairs and then if there's no one in there, you feel obliged to buy a drink and just sit there by yourself. But yeah, mate, we'll do that. We'll have a drink. Been a long time, mate. Trevor Harvey, hello from Tokyo. Trevor, it has been a long time. How you doing, mate? How you doing? I thought you boys would let us win the other night. That draw's not done us much good. But so I thought we didn't play offensively enough. Glenn, I'd keep the kitten inside. I think we might do, mate. I'd never like the idea of keeping a cat inside because they're supposed to go a bit crazy. She's fine.
He's dragging her.
Yes, but and when he lets go of her, she just climbs back on top of him. She's playing. But the trouble.
I'm not your enemy here.
But the thing is, she's shown no interest in going out. You know, I mean, I don't want to keep her stuck in here. But when you cross the road, literally, the house across the road has got 5 cats, and they're all big. The place is full of cats, and you've got dogs and things. I don't want her getting attacked by the other cats and all the rest of that stuff. You know, so I don't know. But if it looks like she wants to go out, she's having the injections done so she can, then I might do. But if she doesn't show an interest like she is now, we'll probably keep her in. Ellen wants the dog to live outside, but I'm not going to do that. I think if I take him for a walk 3 times a day, he'll be much better behaved. Art Park Garden, any thoughts on the World Cup? It looks like a lot of hotels bookings are being cancelled. Folks don't want to go to the States right now. Yeah, I heard there are rumours it might get cancelled. I can't see that happening. But they are going to lose so much money. And I've seen like the New Jersey mayor, a governor, is saying like they're not going to subsidise the flights and the trains and things. That FIFA should be doing it and that. It's going to be a disaster, mate. I wouldn't go there. And with the air flights at the moment, the prices of those, it's going to be a crap World Cup. Right, well, I'm going to go shortly, chaps, because the conversation has kind of dried up. I like chatting, but if no one's talking to me, I don't know what to say. Could you make a bit more noise, please, Kayla? No, don't let the cat eat that. How are things with you, Trevor? How is life in Tokyo? It's been a long time since you commented on the channel. Is Jack Star still with us? Thank you again for the very generous donation, Jack, and thank you, Andy. I will find an Australian or New Zealander on Saturday rather. Where are we going Saturday? We're going Lantau, aren't we? Yeah. After dinner, I have to look for an Australian or a New Zealander. Oh, Trevor has replied. Oh, sorry, there were replies then. I didn't see it. All Europeans are here in Tokyo. All the Europeans are here in Tokyo? Really? Mike Thompson, the train fares have went up over 100%. Well, in America, I've seen they've gone up ridiculous. Sorry, 10 times. Yeah, I've seen they've gone ridiculously. And apparently, I was watching the governor. She was saying how they're supposed to fit the bill for 50 million to cover these costs, which I'd have to pass on to travellers, where FIFA will make 12 billion out of it, but they don't pay for any of it. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm no fan of FIFA. They're corrupt, you know, just a bunch of gangsters. I wouldn't be sorry if the World Cup fell apart. Be interesting to see how many people go to the games in Canada and the games in Mexico. Glenn, poor Kayla. She's all right. She's got my sense of humour now. She never used to get it, but she's got it now. Arpon, good to see you back on live. Don't be a stranger. Well, thank you. It's very nice of you to say so, mate. Nice of you to join us. Tokyo is good. This is the best season. Never been to Japan. Would you like to go to Japan, Ellen? Yeah. She keeps showing me the most ridiculous things. She sees like, you know, somewhere on Facebook, and she wants to go there, like Kazakhstan, or, you know, the other day she wanted to go to Bhutan because it looked beautiful, and I'm like thinking, Bhutan? Are you serious? It's like a couple of months. Who the hell goes to Bhutan on holiday? Bet the nightlife's great there. Trevor Harvey, however, next week is Golden Week, so it's very busy. So I'm off to the Philippines, Subic. Oh, Subic Bay, are you? Never been to Subic. You've got a place there, haven't you, in Subic? Cherry blossom time in Japan, Glenn says. You know, you could spend your whole life looking for a perfect blossom, and it would not be a wasted life. Last of the Samurai. Bushido.
Oh
I might put that question in the quiz tomorrow. Six brothers, and they've all got 2 sisters. How many kids have they got? Trevor Harvey, Bhutan is a happy country, so Japanese go there to be happy. Yeah, well, nothing against Bhutan. I'm very surprised if you can fly direct from Dumaguete to Bhutan. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the mountain climbing, or you know, you are one of these people that wants experiences. It's like Ellen, and I'm not criticising Ellen now, although her eyes have just got that now. She never listens to me when it comes to holidays. Never listens to me. Always thinks I'm talking about you and holidays. Always thinks I'm trying to deprive her of something. But it's like when we went to Thailand. She wants to go to this temple and that temple and that temple and that temple and that temple. And I said to her, listen, you don't want to go to that many temples. Trust me. You might last 1, you might last 2, but after you've been to a couple of them, you've seen it all. No, I want to go this one. I said, okay, fine, whatever. We get there, we go to the first temple, the lying Buddha, and then she's like, the next day I don't really want to go now. I think I've done my temples. You know, it's like everywhere we go, never listens to me, and I'm always right. And I know that sounds arrogant, but it's true because I've been to these places. I've done it, and I know what she's like. She doesn't like going out in the sunlight. She doesn't like walking. You know, Bhutan. Ellen would not. Bhutan.
Hey, I never said I want to go to Bhutan. I just asked you if that's in Southeast Asia.
Well, you really wanted to go to Kazakhstan. You showed me pictures of Kazakhstan for 3 days.
It's nice because
Kazakhstan would be a disaster. Trust me.
Europe. It's nice lake, it's nice forest, snow.
You're talking train journeys for hours to get to a little place in the middle of that. Honestly. Oh, Andrew, thank you, Andrew. You don't, honestly, mate, don't do that again. Thank you very much. That is very kind of you. Here's another one for the 2 girls in your life. I shouldn't have read that bit out. They're going to want a bit of that now. Suddenly, she has Kayla's head pops up. 2 girls are like, I'll buy you an ice cream. No, but seriously, Andrew, thank you very much. It's embarrassing. Thank you very much, mate. That is very, very kind of you. Please don't do it, but thank you. How do you get there? I've got no idea. Facebook or TikTok, and you'll see these pictures of someone's there, these beautiful pictures. Please take me there. Petra was another one, you know, in Jordan. And you know, you're like, no, I'm not going to Jordan. It's that was a few months ago. You showed Petra. You know, you've got to think, you know, if you're going somewhere for a week or 2 weeks, How long is it? Anyway, you know what I mean? I'm looking for places that are close enough to fly, preferably we've not been to before. She's saying bars, but
Drink, drink.
sorry, was
Baka
I
inyong hotel kay Dolog Bar.
sorry, was I doing a live stream while you two were talking? Trevor Harvey, I'm sure Japan is easier to get to than Bhutan, and it's not expensive.
No, let's go to Taiwan. Cherry blossoms there.
I'm trying to do a live stream. I'm not going to Taiwan. I won't go to Taiwan. Glenn, when I did my naturalisation, there were about 20 peeps from Bhutan. Naturalisation where? You've had so many, you've lost me there, Glenn. You've been to so many countries and dual citizenship. Is that Australia or America, naturalisation? Andrew has made a very generous donation for the two girls. Now Kayla's like, I always keep popping up like that again. It's amazing. When I talk to her in the morning, she doesn't hear anything. But if anything is involved, like an ice cream or a gift or a present, just suddenly just pops her head up like that straight away. If I was to say, have you done this or have you done that, Kayla, or can you do it? Totally oblivious. They say thank you very much, Andrew.
Thank you very much,
Andrew G. A very nice man in Australia near Alice Springs. Glenn in the USA. I thought this you in the USA. Trevor Harvey, why not Taiwan? Nothing like China. People are kind and very easy to travel. Because there's places I would rather go to. I've been to China. I didn't like it. I know Taiwan is slightly different, but from what I've seen of it, in terms of the food, and it's still the Chinese culture. I mean, they basically are Chinese. They just escaped after the revolution, didn't they? I'd rather explore Vietnam more. You know, as far as I'm concerned, we've been to Vietnam once. We've been to Saigon. Loads of people have told me going to Hanoi is like another country. I want to do that. Taiwan just does not appeal to me. And selfish as I am, I take the view that when we go on holiday, we're both going. We should both go somewhere that we want to go to. And I don't want to go to Taiwan, whereas Ellen does want to go to Hanoi. So that makes sense. I might take it if it wasn't so difficult to get to. I quite like the idea of taking her to Cambodia, just to show her Siem Reap. I think she'd like that. But it is a ball ache in terms of flights. It's like twice the price of going to Hanoi, and it's a lot longer and a lot more style. So I don't think we will do that. But yeah, no, nothing against Taiwan. I just feel like, you know, same as Hong Kong, just doesn't appeal to me. And I wouldn't go to Hong Kong. I don't actually know if I can go to Hong Kong. Because if you watch Channel for a while, I'm theoretically banned. I'm blacklisted from China. So Hong Kong is part of China. So I don't know if I can go to Hong Kong anyway. Glenn just wanted to show that the locals aren't staying in Bhutan. Yeah, I don't think there is anything in Bhutan, is there? I mean, I think it's a tiny country, isn't it? I know it's got an unusual flag. What is it about the flag? Nepal's got a strange flag. Bhutan's got a flag, and there's one country in the world that has a different design on both sides. That's not Bhutan. That's an America. I can't remember. That's a South American country. I think I've gone back in quiz mode. Then, what is it about the Bhutan flag that's unusual? Nepal's the triangle. I don't know. There we go. Right. Well, I tell you what, chaps. I have enjoyed tonight, but I am going to knock it on the head now because it's been an hour and a half, and I haven't had my dinner yet. And Ellen has made some pancit. But thank you for joining tonight. I really do appreciate it. I was of two minds. It's one of those things that when you stop, I'll just say what I'm going to say, and I'll finish off the comments because I hate going when people are still making comments. And I see Trevor's done one. You get out of habit. I stopped making the vlogs because I was busy with the cats and the dogs. And then when I did have time, you just get out of the mode of it. And I was putting off doing a live. I was going to do one last Wednesday, but I thought, what if no one comes? They probably all got their own routines, and you know, I'm just going to sit there looking at an empty screen. The dog's biting my feet. That's why. No, no, no. Good boy. So if you like that of him, you just say no in a nice tone, and you praise him afterwards. He doesn't do it. But Ellen and that, they run around, and he thinks they're playing. He thinks they're playing with him. But yeah, so anyway, what I'm saying is thank you very much for coming on the live. Thank you so much, Andrew and Jackstar, for their very generous donations. Never expected, but always appreciated. And thanks for coming on, because I enjoyed tonight. It's got me back in the live stream swing again. So what was Trevor saying? I used to think that, but recently I've heard from Japanese how great it is. People are nothing like Chinese or Hong Kong. Well, there you go. I've never been to Hong Kong, so I don't know. But yeah, well, it's very close. It's very close. Stop biting my feet. No, no. So yeah, maybe we'll try Taiwan. It's the closest capital city to Manila. Glenn, very small country carved into the mountains. Yeah, exactly. I bet it's a right ball lake to get to. Trevor Harvey, if you have a live on Wednesday, good for me. Yeah, I'm going to Wednesdays is the night. That's the night I'll do it, because I'm not. Sometimes I play pickleball on a Tuesday. Sometimes I go to quiz on a Monday. Unless I started playing petanque again, which I'm not sure that I will. Then Wednesday's on my free day. Glenn, thanks for the live stream. No, thanks for joining us, Glenn. It's really nice to have you back, mate. Andrew G, has been fun to catch up again. Stay safe. Yeah, thanks again, Andrew. Great to talk to you, mate, and thank you again for the what they called super chats. Much appreciated, mate. Glenn, bon appetit. Thank you, Glenn. Right. Well, I'm going to say goodbye then, folks. Whoever else is still there, I'm not sure if Jim and Jack are still there. I'm not sure if Manila Gorilla's still there. I'm not sure if Soren's still there. I should never go down this route of saying people's names, because I forget. I'll miss someone out, and I feel bad about it. Trevor Harvey, good luck with West Ham. Yeah, thanks, mate. It's going to be squeaky bum time till the end. If we'd beaten you on Monday, I think I'd be confident we're staying up, but touch and go. Be amazing if we stay up and Tottenham go down. That's all I'll say. I don't want to tempt fate. Mike Thompson, thanks for live. No, thanks for joining us, Mike. Trevor Harvey, Tottenham are worse. Yeah, not looking good for Tottenham, but we still got some difficult games to go. The fact we got Leeds last game of the season and they're safe now, that is a big plus on our front. We just needed to beat Palace on Monday, and I think we could have done. No offence to you, but I think he bottled it. You know, we didn't go for it. We should have gone for it, because I think it was better to risk the point and get 3 points than to go for the point. But there you go. Right, Trevor says thanks for the live. Bye. I'm going to say thanks to everyone. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, it would be fantastic if you did. But whether you do, whether you don't, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe and be lucky.